Ms. Payne,
Good morning.
good morning. Okay. You have a seatbelt on. Are you driving?
No, I pulled over.
Okay, very good. Okay, and so let's go. Counsel, do you need a moment to speak with Ms. Payne, or have you already spoken with her?
No, Judge. I mean, this was we had adjourned the matter for her potential eligibility into the Veterans program.
Okay, so let's go on the record in the matter of Autumn Payne, 241254. Counsel, your appearance, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Christopher Shemke, appearing on behalf of my client. It's time we consent to the matter being heard via Zoom.
Thank you. And Ms. Payne, your name for the record, please.
Autumn Payne.
All right, thank you. And so, counsel, this matter, your client previously pled guilty to probation violation, and we adjourned the sentencing to today's date because your client was interested in Veterans Treatment Court. And so, what's happening with that?
Your Honor, at this time, I know that she was interested. I didn't get any update regarding what the status was as to her acceptance or not. Last we had a dialogue, she was still very eager. So I don't know if Ms. Payne has an update that she'd like to say regarding her attempts to get into this program.
I'm still waiting. I talked to somebody last Thursday. She was supposed to call me Friday, and Natalie Shaw had called me yesterday, and the lady called me again, and now she's supposed to call me today at 10 o'clock.
Okay, you're talking about the individual from the treatment court?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Your Honor, if she's going to get a phone call today in an effort, because I know this matter has been moved several times, I'd ask that maybe we can have the matter recalled at 10:30 a.m. after she's spoken, and we can have an update regarding. I don't see the necessity percent unless the docket is scheduled to end early.
Yes, we can do that. We can certainly do that. So, Ms. Payne, can you log back in at 10:30?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, we'll do that. Okay, we'll recall
Okay.
this at 10:30 then. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, let's go off the record. It's not. Okay, the Samsung that just logged in, can you please unmute and turn on your camera? Good morning, Mr. Williams.
Morning, Your Honor.
All right, we're just waiting to see if Stephen Cunningham's going to log in. We're going to give him just a couple minutes as this matter was scheduled for 8:30. And then, Mr. Shemke, I think that they're going in the back to speak with, so you can speak with the jailer. Do you have the paperwork, Mr. Shemke?
I'm sorry, what was that, Judge?
Did you receive the paperwork for the jailer yet?
No, is that for Nathan Alkins?
Nope. No. It's for Robert Venable, I think his name is, in custody.
No, Judge, I did not.
Okay. All right, we will get that to you in just a moment.
Thank you, Judge.
Good morning, Ms. Wright. Ms. Wright, please unmute and turn on your camera.
Okay.
Ms. Wright,
Yes.
please turn on your camera.
Start my video. Okay. Can you see
There you
me?
go. Okay. All right.
Okay.
So,
All right.
ma'am, are you, is your landlord residences on Penn?
Not sure.
You don't know who your landlord is? You don't?
Wait a minute. I can't barely. I'm driving. I'm sorry. I heard my landlord
Oh,
is
no,
on.
absolutely
I don't
not.
know.
No, No, we're not doing this while you're driving. You can log off and you can pull over and you can log back in. We're not doing that while you're driving.
Okay, I have my Bluetooth on, ma'am, and my phone is sitting down in a cup holder. I am heading to work, and he told me the meeting was at 9 o'clock, so I had to get ready for work, and this is what it is. I mean,
I
he had
understand
asked,
that,
"Well,
ma'am.
do you have to
Ma'am,
work?"
ma'am,
Yes.
I understand
Uh-huh.
you have to go to work, but I am not going to have this conversation while you're driving. So once you're pulled over or you're at work, you can log back in.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Thank you.
You-
I don't know why this hearing is giving me such trouble. Right. With this guy. All right, so Mr. Williams, we're going to go on the record here in just one moment. And Mr. Shumke, I'm going to put you in a breakout room with the jail. Dave, can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yep, perfect. Okay, so I'll put you in breakout room 1. And Mr. Williams, we are going to go on the record in the matter of Edward Williams versus Stephen Cunningham, all other occupants, 2501619. And Mr. Williams, if you can please unmute and state your name for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. I believe I'm unmuted.
Good morning. What's that?
Good morning,
Good morning. Your name for the record, please.
Edward Williams.
Okay. And today is the date scheduled for the second hearing. And the defendant did not appear for the first hearing, and there had not been a second mailing, so we had to schedule this for a second hearing today. And sir, what is it you're requesting of the court?
I would like possession of my apartment, of the unit.
Okay. Are you requesting possession only, or are you asking for
Yes.
unpaid rent? What is it you're asking
Well-
for, sir?
Just possession only.
Okay. And you're the owner of the property?
Yes.
Would you like to send that to Shumke?
Yeah.
Okay, and sir, if you can speak to the habitability of the premises, and whether or not the defendant is in the military or incompetent.
Steve, I think about 2 years ago, he went to a short-term care facility and his girlfriend was taking care of the unit. And then about 6 months ago, they said they were putting him in a long-term facility. And then about 6, 7 weeks ago, they said they were going to bring him home under hospice care, but this family was going to clean up the unit, so they brought him home. And
Okay.
I had his brother's phone number, and I haven't heard from any of them since.
Okay, and sir, has the property been kept habitable?
Yes.
Okay, all right, the court does find by default, given what appears to be defendant's deterioration of his health issues, the court does find by default that plaintiff is entitled to recover possession of the property. If defendant does not relocate on or before October 10th, plaintiff may apply for an order evicting the defendant. There may be additional money owed if damage to property occurs or rent continues to accrue. No money judgment will enter at this time, and the court will sign that, which I believe I actually have that judgment here, sir. I do. So I will sign that judgment, and then you will receive a copy of that, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you, sir.
Thank you. Have a good
Thank
day.
you. Off the record. All right, you tell me when we're ready, Ally. What's that?
And the okay. Okay.
All right, we are on the record in the matter of the state of Michigan versus Anthony Venable, 251410. Counsel, your appearance, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Christopher Shemke, appearing on behalf of my client. This time we consent to the matter being heard via Zoom as the arraignment. We waive formally reading. My client stands mute.
Thank you. Sir, your name for the record, please.
Anthony Venable.
Okay. And if you can speak a little bit louder, sir.
Anthony Venable.
All right. The court will waive the formal reading, enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf, schedule this matter for pretrial October 9th.
At 10:15.
That's why my boss is in here. At 10:15 a.m.
Okay.
And counsel as to bond.
Your Honor, my client indicates he's not on probation or parole. He works full-time as a pipe fitter for the Global 639 or Local 639. He does not live with the complaining witness. They do not share children in common. They have a dating relationship. They reside at different addresses. Obviously, there'd be no contact provisions. I'd be respectfully requesting consideration for a personal bond. Thank you, Judge.
Okay, thank you. And so, sir, who do you live with?
I live by myself now. My daughter just moved out. And yeah, I live with my two dogs.
Have you been here before, sir?
No.
Do you have a relative named Robert?
Yeah.
What's
My
that?
son. That's my
Okay.
son.
All right. So that's why your last name sounds familiar. Are you currently on probation or parole anywhere, sir?
No, ma'am.
Have you ever failed to appear in court for any reason?
I had a DUI like crap 15 years ago, but I've got my record's been clean.
Okay. So have you ever failed to appear in court, sir?
Huh?
Have you ever failed to appear in court?
Have I ever failed?
Yeah.
No, I've never failed to appear in court.
Okay. If you were to
No.
test right now, sir, what would be in your system?
Now, what was that again?
Would you have any drugs or alcohol in your system right now?
Uh,
Any drugs and alcohol in your system right now?
no, I've been locked up for 3 days and I don't do drugs anyway.
And how do you know Miss Shirts?
She was my girlfriend.
Well, I'm glad the word was in there.
Sorry, what was that again?
So I'm glad the word was in there.
Yeah.
And where does Miss Shirts reside near you, sir?
Within like 5-6 miles or something. Probably like something like that. About 5 miles away. And her sons robbed my house while I was in here. That's nice.
I'm sorry, what's that?
Her sons robbed my house while I was in here too. Yeah,
Okay,
I'm not
well,
sure exactly. They might have took my Challenger, my motorcycle. I know
okay,
they took.
sir, just one moment. That is something that you'll have to take up with the Taylor Police Department, is that is where your home is.
Yeah.
And where is it you work, sir?
Where do you work?
I work for 636 Detroit pipe fitters local.
All right. And sir, do you have any weapons or firearms in your home?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah, I got a couple of shotguns.
Okay, and where are they located?
One's in the closet, one's in the bedroom.
Okay. Well, sir, those are going to have to, remain with the Wyandotte Police Department for safekeeping
Not police
pending this,
department.
pending this matter.
I don't know if they're there or not. Her sons probably stole them.
Sir,
Yeah.
if the firearms are at the home,
Okay.
they need to be, you need to contact the police department so they can be kept with the Wyandotte Police Department for safekeeping during the pendency of this matter.
Okay.
The court's going to, given the nature of the charges, the court's going to order a $7,500 10% bond. The court has concerns for the safety of the complainant witness in this matter.
So
The court,
I've come up with $75 million.
sir, let me finish. Let me finish.
Okay, sorry.
You are not to have any contact with Ms. Schertz. That's phone contact, text message, email, social media, third party, anything of the like. You're not to enter the premises at her home. Does she work?
Does she work?
Yes.
Huh? No, she's disabled.
Okay. Well, if she's working, you can't go to her place of employment either. You're not to possess or consume any alcohol or drugs that are not prescribed. You're not to possess or have access to any firearms or weapons. You also, sir, are not to be released without a GPS and alcohol tether through the Wayne County Jail, and your firearms are to be placed with the Wyandotte Police Department for safekeeping. We will see you back on October 9th at 10:15 a.m.
Have to get a tether too?
100%, sir. Yes. Given the allegations in this matter, yes, you certainly do.
Man, do I have to come up with $7,500?
No, come on.
1%, $750. We'll see you back October 9th. Thank you. Have a good day.
Yeah.
Go off the record.
Thank you.
All right. And so council, it looks as though we don't have anything else until 10:30 for Mr. Alkins, and then also for Ms. Payne to log back in. So
Judge, I'll just stay in one of the breakout rooms and I'll be on standby. So when they come in, I can just, hit the ground running.
all right, perfect. Thank you. Okay, let's recall the matter of Autumn Payne, 241254. Counsel?
Good morning, Your Honor. Christopher Shank, preparing me of my client. It's time to consent to the matter being heard via Zoom.
Thank you. And ma'am, your name for the record again, please.
Autumn Payne.
All right, thank you. And ma'am, did you end up having that conversation at 10 o'clock with the Veteran Treatment Court?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And counsel, what's happening?
Your Honor, it indicates she has an appointment on October 14th to meet with Amanda Herrera, who runs part of the veterans provisions there, and then believes that she could get her enrolled by October 28th. With her having the interest to do so, I'd respectfully request consideration allowing that to be permissible.
Okay, you said October 13th or 14th?
October 14th would be to see some of the provisions, have a meeting, but then enrollment, I believe, would begin on October 28th.
Okay. So let's adjourn. In which district court, Veterans Treatment Court is this one?
Ms. Payne?
19th.
Okay. Okay, so council, let's adjourn this to October 27th. So it's after the meeting and prior to when it would begin, because that way we would be able to sentence her to the treatment court upon the completion of that meeting on October 14th.
Right, Judge, if it's going to be October 27th is a Monday, and I do have a jury trial scheduled that day at Wayne County Circuit Court.
Oh, I have you on the docket. So that's not it anymore?
No, Judge, I didn't have that on the docket, but I'm glad you brought that to my attention because that was not a day that I was scheduled for.
That's what shows on the calendar. So now you know.
I'm going to immediately.
October 20th. That should be enough time to receive something, some confirmation back in writing from the October 14th date.
Judge, do you have me on the docket for the 20th as well?
Yes,
I haven't received any of that. Judge, if we could just have this matter.
October. Let me double check. October 2025, yeah.
I'm gonna have to.
These are the days I have you in our court. October 6th, October 10th, October 20th, 27th, and 31st.
Judge, if we could just have this matter recalled, recalled for a moment, because I did not receive any notification that I want to check with Marilyn Clay. I just want to be able to verify. So if we could just have the matter set aside just for 5 minutes so that I can look into this.
Nope. No problem. All right, we'll recall this matter in just a moment. Okay, Ms. Payne, it'll be just a couple moments just so we can confirm the date.
Okay, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Alkins.
Good morning. I'm so sorry. I totally had forgot.
That's okay. That's all right. Just remove your cap, okay? Because you're in court. Mr. Shumke will be with you in just a couple moments, okay?
Okay.
All right. Okay, so Ms. Payne, I don't know what happened, but I'm glad you logged back in. We're back on the record in the matter of Autumn Payne 241254. So, ma'am, we're going to do October 20th at what time did you say worked for you, counsel?
I'm court's convenience.
Okay. Ms. Payne, does that work about 8:30 a.m.?
October 20th, you said 8:30?
Yes, does that work?
Yes.
Okay. All right, we'll see you back October 20th at 8:30 a.m., okay?
Alrighty, thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You
And
too.
then Mr. Sumke, Mr. Alkins logged in. Do you need a moment to speak with him?
Yes, please.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Alkins?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I don't know what happened, but in any event, I'm going to put you in a breakout room with Mr. Shumke.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Just rejoin breakout room 1, Mr. Shumke. Okay, all right, let's go on the record in the matter of Nathan Alkins, 241465. And counsel, your appearance, please. Mr. Shumke?
Good morning, Your Honor. Christopher Shemke, appearing on behalf of my client. This time we consent to the matter being heard via Zoom.
All right, thank you. Mr. Alkins, your name for the record, please.
Nathan Alkins.
Okay, and so if you can put your face on the screen instead of the top of the van, that'd be much appreciated. Okay, and today is the date scheduled for a jail review. The court initially set this for a jail review. Mr. Alkins was sentenced to 60 days jail, suspended, and this is on the disorderly conduct of the amended charge of disturbing the peace. And get this for review in December. There's been multiple jail reviews held, and one of which was to help Mr. Alkins ensure he was clearing up his warrants. As of July 21st, the 25th District Court warrant was cleared. 24th District Court was in progress due to the bond amount. And so we adjourned it to today. And so Mr. Shumke, what's happening today?
Your Honor, my client indicates he's taken care of all of his outstanding warrants. He has cleared out his balance with the court. I believe that he's in full compliance, has not accrued any new cases or had any violations. So we'd ask that be considered when determining appropriate leniency regarding admonishment. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. So Mr. Alkins, all of your warrants are cleared.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. How's that feel?
Feels great.
You don't have to worry about that just hanging over your head there, looking over your shoulder all the time.
Right. Thank you.
You are very welcome, sir. And are you still working at Dent Wizard?
No, I'm actually started a plumbing apprentice.
Oh, good for you.
Thank you.
Good for you. All right. How's everything else going for you?
Everything's good.
All right. Can I please stop looking at the top of the van? There we go.
Hearing the sound of the bands.
Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cancel the jail review. You've done everything that you were supposed to be doing. And good luck to you. You're all, I'm sorry, counsel, did you say that everything was paid here?
I believe so. I looked online and I didn't see an outstanding balance.
All right. Are you paid in full here, Mr. Alkins?
That?
Have you paid your fines and costs in full on this matter?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You are all set.
All right,
Jared, you
thank you.
canceled? Good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Off the record. Okay, so Mr. Shemke, I think that that's everything for now, unless we get somebody else in custody back.
I believe so as well, Judge, and thank you for bringing that to my attention. There was an overlook regarding some of the schedule, so I'm glad that we caught this because it could have been an issue down the road, but I'm in the process of getting that all resolved.
Okay, do you also have your November calendar?
I looked advanced, got the November and the December to sidestep any potential landmines.
Okay. All right, have a good day.
Thank you, Judge.
Good afternoon at the jail.
Hi,
Hey, Mr. Nolan over there.
How are you?
Okay, calling. Here you go. Calling case 253022, People versus Kyle Nolan.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Jeffrey Fant on behalf of Mr. Nolan. We waive formal reading, stand mute.
Mr. Nolan, can you state your first and last name for me, please?
Kyle Nolan.
Okay. Mr. Nolan, did you go over your constitutional rights with your attorney?
Yes.
Did you have any questions about your rights?
No.
And did you give him permission to sign your name on this advice of rights?
Yes.
Okay. So DB. For purposes of arraignment, I'll enter a not guilty plea. I've signed the court-appointed attorney request form. Mr. Fanto, we saw him yesterday. That's the bond for him.
Your Honor, he was seen yesterday. He currently has, it's a 2022 leaving the scene of property damage accident case. He had a 10% bond with a GPS tether. I just asked the court to, he understands fully the conditions of no contact with the GPS being ordered. I asked for a personal bond.
Okay. Mr. Nolan, you're going to have a $10,000 personal bond. There's going to be some bond conditions that you will have to adhere to. I understand that you were arraigned on your other charges yesterday, which did include a GPS tether.
Yes.
As far as this case is concerned, your bond conditions are to appear in court as directed. You're not to leave the state without permission of the court. You're not to commit any new crimes while released. You're to immediately notify the court of change of address or phone number. Not to have any contact whatsoever with Rhonda Huff. Do you live with her?
No.
She lives at the William address that's on the complaint.
Okay, thank you. You are also not to return to the address of 9125 William in the city of Taylor.
Understood.
Street. No contact, Mr. Nolan means no contact. You cannot call her, text her, email her. You cannot send her anything. You cannot go to where she lives, works, or goes to school. You can't have any contact of any kind or have any other person contact her for you, except for potentially your attorney. You cannot send her a text message, a tweet, an instant message, or anything of the like. This includes any form of electronic communication like Facebook or Instagram. Sending her a blank message is considered contact, since I'm instructing you to take specific steps to make sure that does not happen. If the communication comes from you or by the direction of you, it's considered contact and will not be a defense that you accidentally contacted her. Mr. Nolan, if she contacts you, you are not to reply. If she's at a public place, such as a store or a park, and you see her, you are to leave immediately. The victim in this case cannot change this order, only a judge can. If she were to invite you over, or ask you to meet you somewhere or anything like that, and you do so, that's a violation of this court's no contact order. You will go to jail. If this order needs to be changed at a later date and time, we'll have a hearing with both parties present. Do you understand?
Yes.
Additional to that, you're not to have access to or possess any firearms or other dangerous weapons. You cannot consume alcohol or illegal drugs. Give me just 1 second. Counsel, is there anything else from you that I need to know?
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Nolan, you're all set. You'll get a court date in the mail regarding this.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Officer Ziegler.
Yep, thanks, everybody. Have a good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Detective.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. You all set?
Yeah.
All right, calling case 82TA243350, people of the state of Michigan versus Gary Leak Jr. Can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, can you state your name for the record, please?
Detective Corporal Mark Johnston.
Okay, and Detective, did you read the complaint that you filed with the court prior to sending it over?
I did.
And are the facts true to the best of your knowledge and belief?
They are.
Okay, can you please state the facts that would support the issuance of the arrest warrant?
Yes. On December 19th, 2024, officers were dispatched to 15772 Pond Village in regard to a domestic disturbance. Upon arrival, the following occurred. Officers spoke with Janiyah Walker, who stated the following to them. Janiyah and Gary Leak have 2 children in common. Janiyah and Gary do not reside at the same household. Janiyah allowed Gary to visit their children at her residence today on the 19th of December. Janiyah and Gary got into a verbal argument, resulting in Janiyah wanting Gary to leave. Janiyah told Gary she wanted him to leave, and he struck her with a closed fist in her face. Janiyah fell to the ground, and while she was on the ground, Gary started to choke her with 2 hands around her neck. She did not lose consciousness and did not know how long she was being choked. Gary then fled on foot in an unknown direction. A few moments later, Gary came back to the residence and re-entered by climbing through a window, sliding it open. He entered the residence without Janiyah's permission. She proceeded to contact 911, and Gary fled the scene shortly after. Officers did observe blood on Janiyah's right shoulder and her bottom lip. Appeared to be swollen with a small abrasion. They did not observe any redness or bruising to her neck.
Okay, let the record reflect that I find probable cause to believe the accused committed the alleged offense and will therefore issue the arrest warrant.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good afternoon.
Thank you, Detective.
Bye.
Calling case 25174621, City of Taylor versus Nicholas Plusha. Sir, can I get your name, please?
Pardon me?
Can you state your name, please?
Nicholas A. Plusha.
Thank you, sir. I have a plea agreement in front of me from the prosecutor indicating she's dismissing this charge for residential parking. The order of dismissal will be entered today, so you're all set to go today.
Well, thank you.
You're very welcome.
I put all kinds of paper in.
I'm sure you did. All right, you have a good day, sir.
Can I ask the court a question now?
Sure. See if I can answer. If I can answer it for you.
I don't know if you can answer it for me now, but I hope so. This house was built in '69. When this house was built, Cherry Street was supposed to go all the way to Owen. All right. Now, it's Cherry Street where I was parked on is all grass because I take care of that area. And I was parked by my garage door. Mm-hmm. Is there any way that could possibly be entered into my, how can I say, my residential address so that I am allowed to use that easement and park my car there still without problems?
That would be a question for probably the ordinance department, how to go about things like that. I don't know the answer to that.
All right.
I can maybe direct you to the right person that might have a better answer for you, but I don't know how about changing things. Yeah, next door in City Hall.
Well, thank you. I'm just curious because
yeah.
This shouldn't have really happened, but it did. And this wasn't even my car. It was a neighbor's car.
Oh. Understood.
And I got another neighbor, just to show it to you, parked in there. Parked again.
Yeah, I would maybe have a conversation with them and see if they can point you in the right direction next door.
Yeah, I have people parking there all the time, but I can't be responsible for what they're doing.
Yeah, that'd be a headache.
Yeah.
Okay, well, good luck, sir. Okay, is it Ricky Kirk? You can come on up to the podium. Okay, calling cases 251769 25176635, 25176636, 25176643, 25176644, 25176647, 25176648, 25176654, and 22176649, 25176651. City of Taylor versus Ricky Kurt. Sir, can you state your name for me, please?
Ricky Brian Kirk.
Okay, Mr. Kirk. What I have in front of me, similar to the last person that was up here. I have a note from the prosecutor's office, a plea agreement, indicating that all of the files that I just listed, all of the charges against you today, they're all being dismissed. So all of these will be entered today and you're all set to go. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're very welcome. You have a good day.
You too.
Thank you. Mayor.
Kelsey on our behalf of probation.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Jeffrey Fanto on behalf of Mr. Kramer, who is present for a violation. I've gone through the allegations with Mr. Kramer, understands those. He understands his right to have a hearing. He's prepared to waive that right and plead guilty to the violation.
You understand all that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Kramer, I'm just gonna remind you, you were in a bad way, right? When I saw you originally and we worked really hard to try and get you the services you needed,
I appreciate
right?
it.
But this is your recovery. This is your life, you know? I've got here an allegation. You failed the drug test on September 27th as scheduled, and your marijuana levels have increased and you've admitted to new use. You understand the allegations?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and did you go over your rights with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, did you understand those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and you understand you have a right to a hearing on this matter if you wanted one where the probation department or the prosecutor would have to prove by a preponderance of the evidence that the violation occurred.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you waiving your right to a hearing?
I am, Your Honor.
All right, and you've had a chance to consult Mr. Fanto about that, your attorney? You two had a chance to talk about all this?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. To the allegation you failed to drug test on September 27th as scheduled, how do you plead?
Guilty.
To the allegation your marijuana levels continue to increase and you admitted to new use, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Okay. Okay. Anyone forced you, threatened you, or promised you anything to get you to plea?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll accept the pleas as knowing and voluntarily given. You can do this, but it takes work,
It does.
right? And you can't use, and you understand why we drug test people in treatment court?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you understand why it's important you show up?
Yes, Your Honor.
So if you have someone who's been in and out of the criminal justice system, suffers from a substance use disorder, right? How do we know they're not using if they don't show up for testing,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
I mean, I understand. Did he have anything come up on the scram?
No, Judge, he has been negative for alcohol, so, considering that, that is why I went a little, easier in the recommendation, and plus he's new in recovery, but, it is good that he was free from alcohol, considering that is his primary substance of choice.
But these all go together, right? They do. So you're going to do an essay. Your essay is going to be on a few things. One is the importance of testing while you're in early recovery. Two is the effects of using mind-altering substances. Ms. Havner will go over this with you. I don't expect you to remember this. And three, I want you to read about transfer addiction, right? When people have one substance of choice, right? And then they just start to move to something else, right? It's a real thing.
It is.
You're still trying to accomplish a goal, right? And
yes.
not be in your sane and sober mind, right? You're finding a way to circumvent that by using substances. So, and you can't do it, right?
Exactly.
So you're going to write an essay on those three things. You cannot use AI. It has to be in your own writing and your own thoughts, okay?
Yes.
And you have the internet and Google.
I'll get it done.
Okay. Look up these topics. Look up and read something on this. I think it'll be enlightening, right?
Right.
It seems to me that a lot of people in recovery want to know how their brain works, right?
Where it all starts.
Yeah, but addiction is like when you're in it and you start to realize like this is a brain disease and how
how is this working? I think it's interesting for you to put some thought into that and read on how people can just transfer one substance for another, right?
Exactly.
All right, you're gonna write the essay, no AI, it's going to be well thought out. And that's it.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor. You guys have a good day.
All right, and you'll meet with Ms. Havner, and Mr. Fancher will talk to you about some other issues. I know you've already spoken with Ms. Havner about, okay?
I already. Oh, yeah, well,
All right, I'll be back. I'm not far.
Okay, do we have someone here on, is it ABSK Rental Properties, ABSK? Oh, Mr. Williams, I see you there. Calling case 25176-490, City of Taylor versus ABSK Rental Properties.
It's just ABSK. This is Michael M. Williams.
ABSK, thank you.
Appearing on behalf of ABSK Rental Properties LLC.
Okay, counsel, I have the plea agreement from the prosecutor. He's dismissing this case. Their certificate of compliance. That order will be entered today, so you're all set to go.
All right, thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. That was my fast one. Calling cases 25173-967 and 25173-966. City of Taylor versus Dennis Manier. Mr. Manier, can you state your name, please?
Dennis Manier.
Manier, okay. Mr. Manier, I have a plea agreement from the prosecutor here indicating that both of these charges for the exterior structure, third offense, will be dismissed. I'll enter those orders and you're all set to go today, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Oh. Just gonna say through J, D. Okay. Calling cases 25TA10847, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, and J. Also calling 25TA00007A, B, C, D, E, and F, as well as calling 2505080T, 25TA02595B, C, D, and E. City of Taylor versus Loma Trucking.
David Greco here on behalf of the City of Taylor.
Your Honor, good afternoon. Tracy Thomas here on behalf of Loma Trucking and on behalf of Walter Perot.
Let's just do Loma Trucking first. I do have Walter Perot
Got
up
it.
here.
I was wondering if you split them or got it. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah, I think Loma has enough to do by himself for right now, okay? Okay, so as to, I have three separate piles here. Mr. Greco, do you wanna pick one?
It doesn't matter. I actually don't have
Okay.
copies of them in front of me, so it's whatever the plea
Okay.
is.
So I have one stack, 25TA10847, A through J. All of those cases are being dismissed pursuant to the agreement. And counsel, do you have authority to enter into these agreements on behalf of your client?
Yes. Although my clients are here, but I do have the authority.
Okay. Oh, I see. For Loma Trucking, I see him over there.
Correct.
So all of those ones will be dismissed. And then I have a second pile here. This is 25TA 00007A through F. So I have the plea agreement in front of me indicating A, B, C, and D will be dismissed, and there will be a responsible plea as to the E and the F charge, which would be the defective equipment. Both of them are defective equipment. Is that your understanding of that plea?
It is, Your Honor.
Okay, as to the allegation on January 2nd of 2025, your client Loma Trucking had defective equipment. January 2nd of 2025, defective equipment. How do you plead, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
Okay, and then I have a stipulated fine here of $260 on each of them.
That's
Does your
correct.
client need time to pay that?
We will.
Okay, can you have it paid in 30 days?
30 days is great. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. And then the other set of files I have here relating to the case ending in 0508, I have that the misdemeanor as well as the D and the E charges would be dismissed, and a responsible plea would be entered as to the B and the C, the unsecure load and defective equipment. Is that your understanding of the plea?
It is, Your Honor.
As to the allegation of February 18th of 2025, how does your client plead to having an unsecure load in violation of city ordinance as well as defective equipment in the city of Taylor in violation of city ordinance?
Responsible.
Okay, so we'll accept your plea on all three of those pleas that we took today. The misdemeanor as well as the D and the E ticket will be dismissed. I have a fine again on the B and the C of $260 on each of those. Again, does your client need the 30 days for those as well?
Please, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, I will get all that entered, and we are all set on Loma Trucking. Give me just 1 second to update all this, and then we'll call Walter.
Thank you.
Okay. Calling cases 25TA 02669A, B, C, D, and E, as well as cases 25TA 19384A, B, C, D, E, and F. Appearances, please.
Yes, David Greco here on behalf of the city of Taylor.
Your Honor, good afternoon. Tracy Thomas here on behalf of the respondent, Walter Probable.
Okay, and counsel, do you have authority to enter into these agreements on behalf
Actually,
of Walter Probable?
I do, Your Honor. One of them is a dismissal and the other one's a pretrial conference simply setting for a new date.
Yeah, adjourned for discovery on the other one.
Understood. Okay, so what I have, cases ending in 02669A through E, those will all be dismissed according to the plea agreement with the prosecutor. Cases ending in 19384A through F, those are all going to be adjourned for discovery. Counsel, you'll get a new date in the mail roughly in about 30 days.
Appreciate it.
Okay, so we're all set to go today.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. You have a good day.
Thank
All
you.
right, take care,
Have a
guys.
good one.
Yep.
Calling case 25TA 00999, City of Taylor versus Alan Tackett Jr.
Yes, ma'am.
Come up here to the podium, sir. Okay, sir, so I have here that you met with the prosecutor today, that we are going to set this for a formal hearing, that you guys weren't able to reach an agreement today.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so a new date will be set for this roughly about 30 days out. I'm sorry, can you state your name for the record?
Alan J. Tackett Jr.
Thank you, I don't know if I did that.
He also has an attorney here on Zoom.
He does?
Mr. Scanlon.
Yes, that's me, Your Honor, Gerard Scanlon.
Thank you. Counsel, can I get your appearance?
Absolutely. May it please the Honorable Court, Gerard Scanlon, P number 74992, appearing on behalf of Mr. Tackett. Yes, Your Honor. I did have an opportunity to meet and speak with Angela, the prosecutor, in this matter. At this time, we weren't able to reach a resolution, and therefore we'd like to set the matter for a formal.
No worries. Okay, I will update this. We'll get a new date out to you roughly in about 30 days or so, counsel.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Your Honor. You have a great day.
Thank you, you too. You're all set. You'll get it in the mail.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Ms. Welch, did you meet with an attorney?
Yes, I did. I was, and I'm at work. My days have been getting mixed up.
But you met with an attorney today?
Yes, I did talk to him and we made an agreement.
Okay, I'm just waiting on the file. Give me a few minutes and I'll call it, okay?
All right, thank you so much. I got like.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Calling case 2507580T, People versus Cassie Welch.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. James Gazicki on behalf of Ms. Welch. She's going to plead to a fail to display, responsible double parking, and request a payment plan of $50 a month.
Welch, can you unmute and state your name for the record, please?
Cassie Welch.
Okay, Ms. Welch. Did you go over your constitutional rights with your attorney?
Yes.
Okay, did you have any questions about them?
No.
Okay, and did you give him permission to sign your name on the advice of rights?
Yes.
Okay, and did you understand the agreement that your attorney just placed on record that the Drobo license revoked is going to be reduced to a fail to display a valid license?
Yes.
Okay, and you understand that's still a misdemeanor punishable by 90 days in jail and up to $100 fine, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and you understand that by entering into this plea, you'll be waiving the trial rights that's listed on your advice of rights form?
Yes.
Okay, and you understand that if you're on probation or parole, a plea of guilty could violate those conditions? You froze a bit. Do you understand that if you're on probation or parole?
Yes, my probation officer, Haley Blair, already knows.
Okay. And you understand that if you are not a United States citizen and you plead guilty, this could have immigration consequences up to deportation?
Yes, I know.
Okay. Knowing all of this, how do you plead to the reduced charge of failing to display a valid license? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Okay. And has anybody forced you to plead guilty today?
No.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what's written on the plea agreement we went over?
No.
Okay. And are you pleading guilty of your own free will?
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Welch, back on March 12th of this year, 2025, were you operating a motor vehicle in the city of Taylor?
Yes.
And at some point, did you get pulled over by a police officer?
Yes.
And did he ask you to produce a valid license?
Yes.
And did you fail to do so?
Yes.
Counsel, are you satisfied with the factual basis?
Your Honor.
Okay. I'll accept the plea as knowing and voluntarily given. Ms. Welch, as to that, the reduced count of failing to display a valid license, you're going to have a $100 fine, a $100 cost, $75 in a crime victim's rights fee, and $50 in a state assessment. The last two are mandated by the state for a total of $325. You also have a disobey traffic signal, a red light ticket, which does carry points, which is being reduced to a double parking ticket, which does not carry points and it does not go on your record. The fine for that is $165. As to double parking on March 12th, 2025, how do you, in the city of Taylor, how do you plead? Responsible or not responsible?
Responsible. I have 1% on my phone. I'm
okay.
I'm just wanted you to know so you didn't think I'm.
We're almost done here. So I have
okay.
Your counsel's indicated you need a payment plan of $50 a month. You'll
yes.
get paperwork in the mail outlining that, and it'll tell you when and how to pay, okay?
Okay.
Okay, we are all set here today.
Thank you so much.
Have a good day, Ms. Welch.
You too. Bye-bye.
Okay, calling case 2524030T, People versus Ronald Potter.
Afternoon, Your Honor. James Gazicki on behalf of Mr. Potter. Waive the reading, stand mute. He's going to plead to fail to display responsible double parking, requesting payment plan of $75 a month. And Your Honor, also, I don't know if the clerk can check, Mr. Potter indicated that they already paid that ticket. They paid $110 a couple of months ago, and I didn't see anything in the file.
All right, give me 1 second and I'll look into it. Ms.
Yeah,
Becker?
you paid the changing lanes on August 18th.
On August 18th?
Yes.
Yeah, counsel, so it was paid in full on August 18th.
Okay, then he's not going to plead to double parking. That's taken care of. All right.
Correct. Okay, so Mr. Potter, can you unmute and state your name, please, for the record?
Ronald Potter.
Okay, Mr. Potter, did you go over your advice of rights with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, did you have any questions about your constitutional rights?
No, ma'am.
Okay, and did you give your attorney permission to sign your name to that advice of rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and I have here that your attorney just indicated that the plea agreement is a reduction from the Drobo license revoked down to a fail to display a valid license. The failing to display a valid license is still a misdemeanor. It's punishable by 90 days in jail and a $100 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand that if you enter into a plea of guilty, you would be waiving those trial rights listed on your advice of rights form. There will not be a trial of any kind.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and you understand that if you're on probation or parole and you enter into a plea agreement, this could be considered a violation of those conditions.
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand that if you're not a United States citizen and you plead guilty, it could have immigration consequences up to deportation.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Knowing all of this, how do you plead to the reduced charge of failing to display a valid license? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Okay. And sir, has anybody forced you to get you to plead guilty today?
No, ma'am.
Has anybody promised you anything aside from what's written on the plea agreement?
No, ma'am.
And are you pleading guilty of your own free will?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sir, I'm going to draw your attention back to August 1st of 2025. Are you operating a vehicle in the city of Taylor?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and did you at some point get pulled over by a police officer?
Yes, ma'am.
And did he ask you to produce a valid license at that time?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and did you fail to do so?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, counsel, are you satisfied with the factual basis?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll accept the plea as knowing and voluntarily given. Sir, you're going to have some fines and costs assessed with this reduction to the misdemeanor. You're going to have a $100 fine, a $100 cost, $75 in crime victims' rights fees, and a $50 state fee. I have here that your attorney has indicated you like a payment plan of $75 a month. Is that correct?
Please, ma'am.
Okay. And then the other ticket, I don't know if you heard it on record, but you had already paid the other ticket, the
Yes,
changing lanes. So you don't, that's all taken care of already. So it's just
Yes,
the
ma'am.
$325. You'll get some paperwork in the mail outlining your payment plan. If there comes a time where you cannot make those payments, make sure you contact the court so you don't get any more late fees. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we're all set today. Sarah, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Calling case 252437OT, City of Taylor versus Anthony Thomas.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. James Gazicki on behalf of Mr. Thomas. Waive reading of the complaint, stand mute. He's going to plead to allowing a licensed person to drive. Request payment plan of $75 a month.
Okay. And Mr. Thomas, can you unmute and state your name, please?
Anthony Thomas.
Okay. Just for purposes of arraignment, I'll enter a not guilty plea. Mr. Thomas, did you go over your advice of rights with your attorney?
Yes.
Okay. Did you have any questions about your rights?
No.
Okay. And did you give him permission to sign your name on your advice of rights?
Yes.
Okay. And you understand that the plea agreement, it's being reduced to allowing an unlicensed person to drive, which is still a misdemeanor punishable by 93 days and up to a $500 fine, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you understand that if you plead guilty today to that, you would be waiving the trial rights listed on your advice of rights form.
Yes.
And you understand that if you're on probation or parole, a plea of guilty could violate those conditions.
Yes.
And you also understand that if you're not a United States citizen and you plead guilty, it could have immigration consequences up to deportation.
Yes.
Okay, knowing all this, how do you plead to the reduced count of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive?
Guilty.
Okay, and has anybody forced you to plead guilty today?
No.
Has anybody promised you anything aside from what's written on the plea agreement?
No.
And are you pleading of your own free will? Pleading guilty of your own free will?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Thomas, back on August 9th of 2025, were you operating a vehicle in the city of Taylor?
Yes.
Okay, and on that time, or on that date and time, did you have a valid license?
Yeah, I actually did.
Did you have it on you?
Yes, I have my license on me. That's
Was
why
it a valid license, Mr. Thomas?
yes, it was. I don't know if they read the ticket correctly, but they said that I allowed my son to drive, which he had a level 1 learner permit. So that's the reason I got a ticket, because I had valid license.
Okay, give me just a second.
Can you put them in a breakout room and I'll take a look at that again?
Yes, thank you. Ms. Hancock, could you? Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, so I'm gonna pass this matter. When he comes back, it's right here on the corner.
Okay.
It's right there, this one here. Got it?
Yeah.
Yes, you're going in House Counsel 3.
Mr. Fanto, do you have Talton?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, calling cases 240805 and 240806. People versus Passionate Talton.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Jeffrey Fanto on behalf of Ms. Talton. Waive formal reading, stand mute, ask for any warrants to be recalled. My client's prepared to enter plea of guilty to responsible to amended charge of unregistered vehicle. The no license matter would be dismissed. She has a valid Michigan license. She owes $803 on her civil infractions, and we'd request a payment plan of $100 a month. The total would be $898 with the no proof of registration.
Okay, Mr. Talton, or Miss Talton, can you state your name for the record and unmute?
Passionate Talton.
Okay, Miss Talton, did you go over your advice of rights with your attorney?
Yes.
Okay, did you have any questions about those?
No.
Okay, and did you give him permission to sign your name to that advice of rights?
Yes.
Okay, you understand that, so there's a reduction to this too, no proof of registration, which is a civil infraction, which has a fine of $95. You understand that?
Yes.
And for the record, Your Honor, I'm sorry. For the record, Your Honor, we'd waive the issuance of the new violation.
Okay. And then in exchange, there will be a dismissal of the misdemeanor in this case, ending in 0805, the failing to display a valid license due to the fact that you had a valid license. Is that your understanding?
Yes.
Okay, give me 1 second. So the unregistered vehicle
Is amended to no proof
Okay.
of registration.
I got it. Thank you. And then Ms. Talton, you understand you have some outstanding tickets as well. One, a speeding ticket 11 to 15 over for 376, and a no proof of insurance for 427. Your attorney has indicated that you'd like a payment plan of $100 a month. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. You'll have the $95 for the misdemeanor that's being reduced to that civil infraction. So it's 95 plus the 376 plus the 427. It's going to be 898 total. So you're going to get some paperwork in the mail, Ms. Talton. It's going to outline your payment plan and when it's due and how to contact the court. If there comes a time that you cannot make those payments, make sure you contact the court. Stay in contact with us. They can work out something if something happens with your finances. If you don't and you ignore the court, then late fees and warrants and everything will start getting assessed again. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So the case ending in 0805 is dismissed. Ms. Talton, you'll get that payment plan information in the mail. Okay. Counsel, is there anything else?
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Talton, have a good day.
You too.
Okay, calling case 2524080T, City of Taylor versus Brianna Lacey.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Jeffrey Fanto on behalf of Ms. Lacey. Waive formal reading, stand mute. Client's going to plead guilty, amended charge of allowing a licensed person to operate. The defective equipment lighting is going to be dismissed and requesting payment plan of $50 per month.
Okay, Ms. Lacey, can you state your first and last name, please?
Brianna Lacey.
Okay. For purposes of arraignment, I'll enter the not guilty plea. Miss Lacey. That's okay. Miss Lacey,
sorry, he's autistic, so he may make a little noise.
No worries, but we'll get through it. Your attorneys indicated your plea agreement here is the Drobo license revoked is being reduced to allowing an unlicensed person to drive. You understand that's still a misdemeanor punishable by 93 days and up to a $500 fine.
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and did you go over your constitutional rights with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, did you have any questions about those?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, and did you give him permission to sign your name on those advice of rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and you understand that if you plead guilty today to that reduced count, you would be waiving the trial rights that are listed on that advice of rights form.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you also understand that if you're on probation or parole and you plead guilty, that could be a violation of your conditions.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and you also understand that if you are not a United States citizen and you enter into a plea, it could result in immigration consequences up to deportation.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, knowing all of this, how do you plead to the reduced count of failing to allowing an unlicensed person to drive? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Okay, did anybody force you to plead guilty today?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, has anybody promised you anything aside from what's written in that plea agreement?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, and are you pleading guilty of your own free will?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Miss Lacey, back on August 2nd of 2025, were you operating a vehicle in the city of Taylor?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and would you agree that you did not have a valid license on you?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you would agree that you allowed yourself to operate that vehicle, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, counsel, you satisfied with the factual basis?
I am, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, I'll accept the plea as knowing and voluntarily given. Miss Lacey, you'll have a $100 fine and a $100 cost.
Yes,
There's
Your
a
Honor.
crime victim rights fee of $75 and a state fee of $50. Those last two are mandated by the state for a total of $325. I have also here that the defective lighting ticket, which is a $95 fine, that's actually being dismissed in its entirety, so you won't owe anything on that. It's just the $325 for the misdemeanor. Your attorney has indicated you need a payment plan of $50 a month. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so you'll get some paperwork in the mail outlining your payment plan on the days and the days it's due and how to pay it. If there ever comes a time where you cannot pay that, make sure you contact the court to avoid any late fees or warrants, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, is there anything else as to
Nothing
this?
further, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, Miss Lacey, you're all set to go today. You have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Bye-bye.
Good morning, everyone.
started a little early today. It's 8:03. We'll have customers in here shortly. Excuse me. It is another late summer, early fall, beautiful day in Michigan. We are all enjoying it. We've got a little more of it. The world's a little different today for me and my family and my friend's family. You've heard me talk about this before. I come from a small town. I live in the same small town I grew up in. Many of my friends I've known since elementary school, and we have a close-knit group of people that graduated the same year I did, more than 50 years ago. And I lost one of my closest, oldest friends, Cassandra Terry Collins, one of my very close friends, passed away yesterday afternoon. And he was a really good guy, kind of guy that spent all of his time helping other people. About a year ago, he was diagnosed with 2 kinds of cancer, pancreatic cancer and lymphoma. So he spent much time going to medical appointments, including many trips to Mayo Clinic. We had a really good year. The first thing he said when he was diagnosed with cancer was, "I want to go back to Jamaica." So we went to Jamaica in May. We went to Mackinac Island in June. They had a 50th wedding anniversary in July. We took a number of other trips, and we got to spend time with him and cherish that. My wife was with him, holding his hand yesterday when he passed. She's there now. But we have to get back to work. When you get to be my age, your friends are going. In the last month, I've lost 4 classmates. And this one is hard. He was also an avid watcher of this live stream. He would watch it every day and comment. Sometimes people he knew, sometimes relatives were in here. And he was a good guy, a really good guy. He wasn't much of a music fan, but he liked the Beach Boys. You probably saw them 25 or more times since when they really were the Beach Boys, with Brian Wilson and Mike Love and Carl Wilson, Al Jardine, when they were more than a cover band. So today's first lyric is for Terry. So she took her daddy's car and she cruised through the hamburger stand. Now she forgot all about the library, like she told her old man now. So everybody today, listen to the Beach Boys. Think about how you felt when you were 16 years old, cruising through the hamburger stand. Anyway, thank you for letting me share that. We have to just keep going. And he was a really good guy with a really great wife and family. Good morning. Please have a seat over on this side. Everybody comes in and immediately wants to go to the right. All right, we've already got customers coming in, so we'll start this in a minute. I would like to say hello to my friends in Cadillac and Three Rivers. The first line was from Walking on Broken Glass. As I said, the only thing these songs have in common is that I like them. I don't think that one is very well known, but everybody should know today's first line. It's part of what makes us shared experiences. We have less and less of it. Alex Harbor, we did. Good morning. Thank you for your patience. We often get usurped by the need for the interpreter because she's in demand in other jurisdictions. So we jump ahead. You got charged with driving suspended, which is our most popular offense. It's alleged that on September 10th, that you were driving a car in Three Rivers while your license was suspended. That's a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. Carries 2 points and it requires that your license be suspended. Your license is suspended for some old baggage. In the old days, they used to suspend your license for controlled substances charges. It looks to me like you might be eligible to get your license back. Have you done anything to try to get your license back?
No, I haven't. I have a my license is suspended because of where I previously lived. I have something I need to take care of.
Where was that?
In New Jersey.
I can't tell from what I'm looking at.
It used to come up here as that it was expired, but I don't know why now.
Well, it shows suspended. It doesn't show any out-of-state stuff. You wrote a bad check.
No.
It said return payment suspension from 7/11/22 to 11/15.
I don't even have a checkbook.
Well, whatever you paid bounced. They cleared some stuff.
Was it to
The
courts?
criminal justice at one time, and I fully agree with this, they suspended your license for not paying a ticket.
Yeah.
That was called fail to comply with judgment, FCJ. They also suspended your license for not answering a ticket. That was failure to answer citation, FAC. Well, they changed the law under the wisdom of the state legislature and the Criminal Justice Reform Act. They no longer suspend your license for failing to pay tickets or failing to answer citations. Also, they would suspend you for a bounced check or other unpayment. That was way back in 22. My suggestion to you is that you go to the Michigan Secretary of State's office and find out what you need to do to get your license back.
Okay.
Your Michigan license doesn't look that bad. They also no longer suspend your license for controlled substances violations. They used to suspend your license for possession of marijuana, use of a controlled substance. It had nothing to do with driving. That one I didn't mind. There wasn't any sense suspending your driver's license because you use marijuana. They changed that, but I do agree with the suspending it if you blow off a ticket or don't pay it. But they changed it. So my recommendation would be that we adjourn this about a month and you go to the Secretary of State and find out what you need to do to get your license back.
Okay.
Mr. Stickley, you concur with that?
I would absolutely concur.
What do you do, Ms. Gazelle?
I'm currently on unemployment. I lost my job for the felony conviction I got last year or in January 2024.
How long have you been here?
In Michigan since 2007.
Well, you still got New Jersey in your accent. We could pick it out in the crowd. All right, I'm gonna adjourn this for pre-trial. Defendant to go to SOS. How'd you get here?
I moved down here with my aunt.
No, how'd you get here to court today?
Oh, I got a ride for my stepdad.
All right. Once you get on the driving suspended merry-go-round, it's very hard to get off of it. And I'd at least like you to explore what you need to do to try to get it back. Either that or stop driving altogether. But let's see what you can come back and establish for the prosecutor
Okay.
about your ability to get it back. Are you on probation or parole anywhere?
No.
This will be Tuesday, October 28th. That's my day at 8:30. Let's see what you can do. I'm sorry it took us an hour and 20 minutes to get to that point,
Okay.
but we had a lot going on.
Thank you.
Okay. Christina Salisbury. Good morning.
Good morning.
Again, thank you for your patience. You too, Mr. George. You've been stuck here with me all morning. Miss Salisbury, you got a ticket in 3 Rivers for possession of drug paraphernalia. There's no state law against paraphernalia, but there's some ordinances. The way this is written, it is a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 90 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. I can't tell what it is that he has allegedly possessed. Mr. George, you have any option here?
It would just be as charged this morning.
I didn't know if there was a civil infraction version of this.
I just have the ticket as well. So if she wants to set it out for a pretrial, we can take a look at it, but without the information. I'll take a look and see what it is.
The paraphernalia charge, as I indicated, is an ordinance, and we can't tell what it is from the ticket. It doesn't give us any information. There are some other options. You've also got a pending ticket for retail fraud, 3rd degree, and 251755. We're going to get that. You also have an unpaid ticket for allowing another to violate the motor vehicle code from 2021. So you have theoretically
I had no idea about any of those, Your Honor.
You did. You may not have known about the retail fraud, but you knew about the driving charge. You just forgot about it.
Driving charges, Your Honor. I don't drive.
Well, let's take a look. Oh, I got to get Cola Lock to oil that door. It sounds like a haunted house in here. Maybe it is. Maybe that's what's going on. We're haunted. All right, Miss Salisbury, let's see what I can sort out here.
Do we adjourn those cases so I can get with the lawyer and figure out what is going on?
Yes. All right, let's start with the ticket. That's filed 211708. You got charged with violation of instructional permit and no proof of insurance in the village of White Pigeon.
Wait, what? I've always had insurance on my cars.
Well,
that would have been
this
under
August 15th of 2021. No proof of insurance is different than no insurance. So you got stopped. You were driving at the Shell gas station. You were zoinked out. The driver appeared to be going in and out of consciousness.
Your Honor, they dismissed that. I already went to court for that. That was 4 years ago.
Yes. Well, they didn't dismiss it. They reduced it to something called no operator's license.
And then I went, and yes, I did have one. And I still had one, and I can prove that. I already did that.
That you were convicted. You entered a plea.
It was dismissed, Your Honor.
It was not dismissed, and you didn't pay the fine. I got a better memory of this than you do.
I don't have a job. How am I supposed to?
I don't know how you're supposed to pay the fine, but you didn't pay it. You had several different cases, and it resulted in this charge, which you didn't pay the fine.
That I'll agree with. That I have not paid the fine, but as far as everything else, that was dismissed. And it was just a fine. It was court fines.
It was changed to a charge called allowing another to violate the motor vehicle code. It wasn't dismissed. You were given a $225 fine, and you promptly paid $0.
I couldn't, Your Honor.
Okay,
I go to college for marine biology. That's what I do for a living.
all right. Well, I could put you in jail and wipe out the fine.
No, I'm okay. I can find a way to pay the
All right, well,
fine.
you haven't paid it in 4 years. So
I
anyway,
didn't know. I forgot, actually.
yes, you did know, but you forgot. We sent
Yes, Your
you a letter saying, hey, you didn't pay the fine. We sent that this year.
I no longer live at that address, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
All right, well, you have an excuse for everything. So
Well, I
anyway, you
apologize,
got a
but that's the
ticket, they
truth.
reduced the charge, they gave you a fine, you blew the fine off. All right, so let's talk about the retail fraud charge. That is a new ticket. All right, that is alleged that you were at the Walmart store on August 19th of 2025, and rather than arrest you or give you a criminal warrant, they gave you a ticket for a civil infraction of retail fraud under Three Rivers Ordinance. That is punishable by a $200 fine. They handed you the ticket, and then they sent you a plea by mail letter to Market Street, Centerville, and that was on September 24th, so just a few days ago. I can't tell what that's about. They ended up not charging you with a misdemeanor, they charged you with a civil infraction. So you have an old unpaid traffic ticket, you have this new retail fraud charge, which I can't really discern what it is. And then you have this paraphernalia charge, and I can't tell what that is either, but that's a misdemeanor. So you wanted to adjourn this or get more information. I think that's probably a good plan. Do you live at Market Street here in Centerville?
Not currently, no. That is Keystone.
Okay. So that's where they sent the stuff. Do we have an address for you?
You can send it to a Dace's Safe House if you would like.
All right, well, we'll get that information.
Okay.
This is a very minor misdemeanor, punishable by a fine, but we've already established you don't have money to pay fines. We don't even know what it is.
Your Honor, with my student loans. I'm sorry for interrupting you, but I do have student loans. I can work on a payment plan with that.
All right. Well, your student loans are intended to help you pay tuition and books
Yes,
and that
sir.
sort of thing. So every time you pay a fine with it, you don't have.
Yes, sir. I understand that.
Mr. George, what do you propose? We just set a pretrial
I
here?
think a standard pretrial would be fine. I guess I would defer to Mr. Stickler if he thinks it should be something.
Thanks, Mr. George. No, I think that would be appropriate.
The city will get, often this is a pipe. It's a crack pipe or a meth pipe is what the paraphernalia is. Sometimes it's syringes, scales, other things, but normally it's a pipe or syringes, and I hope it ain't syringes. All right, so I'm going to reset for pretrial with city attorney for October 14th at 8:30. Mr. George, you'd also want to take a look at this ordinance retail fraud 2.5 and her unpaid ticket, which I could wipe out with a jail sentence 211708 OT.
I can pay the fine for that, sir.
All right, well, that would help. I don't know anything about this retail fraud from earlier this month, but I know they didn't charge you with a misdemeanor. They just gave you a ticket.
I can pay that as well, sir.
All right, that would all help.
Instead of going to court and potentially doing jail time, I could just work on a payment plan with the fines and whatnot.
All right, that might help. All right, then we'll find out what this one is. So we'll set a pretrial for October 14th. It's already almost 10 o'clock. Where are you from originally? From Constantine?
No, sir, I never lived in Constantine.
All right. Tuesday, October 14th.
Well, unless you consider Keystone, sorry.
What? If I consider what?
Keystone?
Oh, no, that's Centerville.
Oh, wait, you're right. I had a blind moment. Okay, so Constantine, no, I've never lived there.
Okay. Prosecution will review police report. Where are you going to school?
Glen Oaks Community College.
All right, good for you. I think marine biology is a little premature for Glen Oaks, but you got to go and that's worthwhile.
It's an associate of science degree, and I'm not originally born here. I was born in California, so it's a beautiful degree to have. I'm smart for it.
All right, good for you.
Thank you.
I want you to go out to the court office and talk to the ladies about those 2 unpaid tickets.
Yes, sir.
And the payment plan that you were discussing.
Yes, sir.
I also want you to give them some better contact information.
Yes, sir.
But come back in 2 weeks on October 14th.
Is there a way that, I'm sorry to interrupt you, is there a way that I could just pay the fine, thank you, ma'am, and be done with all of this?
Well, if you plead guilty to the paraphernalia charge, I'm going to give you a fine, but it's a misdemeanor.
No, it's really gonna just have your pretrial.
Okay. All right, go ahead and do the pretrial.
All right, I think that's probably wise.
Okay.
I don't know what it is. Like I said, I hope it's not a needle.
So more than likely, it could just get dismissed is what
It could, after Mr. George takes a closer look at it. I don't know about more than likely. It could get dismissed, it could get turned into a civil infraction, or it could get set for trial.
Okay.
So you go with the court officer.
Excuse me, Your Honor, lady attorney back there wants to know if we can jump to hers because she has to go someplace else in a different county.
All right,
The
fair enough.
client's name is Love.
Okay.
All
I'm
right.
sorry, are you done with me? I was reading. I
Yes,
wasn't
you
paying
go with the
attention.
court officer.
Okay.
All right, we'll take up Mr. Love
All
here
right,
in a
thank you,
minute,
Your Honor.
but let's talk about what we got still lurking on misdemeanors. And we'll come back to those. Kevin Beebe, Johan Brooks, Elizabeth Conway. Miss Conway is go ahead and have a seat. You'll be more comfortable.
Okay.
Is a hot mess. Legal terminology. I don't know where she is. Go ahead, both sit down. And Mr. Beebe and Mr. Brooks both have other stuff, so we'll come back to those misdemeanors. No one's going anywhere. But we do have a number of people waiting for their felony cases. And I only move so fast. Good morning, Mr. Love.
Good morning.
This is file number 251678. FD, People versus Jonathan Wayne Love. You're here with your attorney, Zoe Hutchins. Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
And Miss Hutchins has got to be 2 places at once. So we're gonna try to get her out of here. I have trouble being 1 place at once.
Thank you.
Miss Salisbury doesn't have a very good memory. And she certainly is not very repentant. Let's talk about this. Mr. Love, you got charged with operating while intoxicated, 3rd offense. That's a misdemeanor. Excuse me, it's a felony. It gets elevated from a misdemeanor to a felony when you get 3 of them. It's alleged that you were operating a vehicle in 3 Rivers on April 6th. And that you have at least 2 previous operating while intoxicated, 1 in Allen County, Kentucky, and 1 here in St. Joseph County, Michigan, making that a felony punishable by up to a year in jail and a fine of up to $5,000. Carries 6 points and would require that your license be suspended. This is the time and date for a preliminary examination conference. Mr. Robert, the chief assistant, is here. What's the plea offer here?
The offer is for the defendant to plead to OWI third. He's going to waive.
All right.
He wants to be considered for sobriety court, which we have no objection to.
All right, let's talk about that, Mr. Love. What's set for today is a preliminary examination conference. You have a right to have the actual preliminary examination, but you can waive the right to the preliminary examination. Laura, would you print off?
We've got a waiver.
Oh, you got it there?
Yep.
May I see it so I can read from it? All right. Now, if it's bound over to circuit court, it will go in front of Judge Stutzman. I'm the sobriety court judge. Judge Stutzman runs a drug court, which is a lot of methamphetamine and perhaps opioid cases. He also runs a swift and sure program for felony defendants. I run the one that focuses on alcohol, sobriety court. And every year, multiple times, we have people that successfully complete our sobriety court treatment program. And we have some that are referred from circuit court. So I have one.
Yeah, okay.
Josh has one. I also can handle felony cases. And boy, that's gonna drive me nuts. Lock that door so nobody can get in and out. Anyway, what I'm told here is you're gonna waive the preliminary examination. The matter is gonna be bound over to circuit court, and you will then be considered for our sobriety court program. Let me give you a referral. Ms. Hutchins, I'll give you a couple of these.
Thank you.
And so I see that you signed the waiver. It says, I, Jonathan Wayne Love, understand I have a right to employ an attorney. I may request a court-appointed attorney if I'm financially unable to employ one. I voluntarily waive my right to a preliminary examination and understand I will be bound over to the circuit court on the charges and the complaint and warrant. And you've signed that?
Yes.
And your lawyer signed it. All right, I've known you for some time, maybe since you were in high school, I don't know, anyway, a long time. And I'm not opposed to the idea of you coming into sobriety court. But there are some steps that have to be followed with an evaluation and a screening and some other things. Ms. Hutchins, I would suggest that you contact Autumn Kiefer, who is our chief probation officer for sobriety court.
Okay. And
we often coordinate with circuit court. Right now, we have a person that's transferred from Van Buren County and one that's transferred from Wexford County, which is Cadillac. And so we're willing to look at anybody that we think might be eligible for our program. Mr. Love, are you doing anything now?
yes, Your Honor, pre-trial breathalyzers,
All
6
right.
a day.
So you're on pretrial services with community corrections.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you doing AA or anything?
Celebrate recovery.
All right, that's a start. And I suggest you get plugged into that stuff. All right, Mr. Robert, I'll give this back to you so you can process it and get back to me. But Mr. Love, you're good to go.
Thank you.
You can contact our probation department for some insight on getting the assessment and the other things that need to be done. And then the matter will have to go before Judge Stutzman, and so this may take a while. So don't drive, continue to blow zeros on your stuff and get plugged into some recovery stuff. And I'll be seeing you, I suspect. All right, thank you.
Good day, sir.
All right, this is file 251634. FY, People versus Pablo Espinal Albor. Is that you, sir?
Yes.
In this matter, you're here with your lawyer, Mr. Luke Knopfinger. You're charged with a felony offense. Let's talk about it. The allegation here is that on June 30th, you assaulted Desiree Espinel Albor with a pistol, but without intending to commit murder, generally known as felonious assault. That is a felony punishable by up to 4 years imprisonment and a fine of up to $2,000. But you're also charged with the felony firearm statute. That one is a felony that requires that you go to prison for 2 years flat, no good time preceding and consecutive to any other sentence. This is the time and date set for a pre-exam conference. Mr. Josh Robert, the chief assistant, is here, and your lawyer, Knopfinger. I've received a waiver of the 7-day rule and asked that we set this for a prelim. We bump it out to October 14th. Is that correct?
Judge, yeah, if we can move it a week. I noticed that Your Honor is doing the PCCs for October 7th. So just asking for a week. Received some digital evidence yesterday that we're asking to consider.
All right, so we want to bump the pre-exam. We're going to reset the pre-exam for October 14th.
Yes. Did I mess it up on the form?
No.
It's phrased.
And then the prelim.
Yeah, prelim October 14 and the PCC for
October 7th. All right. Is that agreeable with you, Mr. Robert?
Yes.
10/7. The way the odd months and the even months, I get the even numbered Tuesdays and Judge Patterson gets the odd numbered Tuesdays. So next week is an odd numbered Tuesday. He would get the PEC and I'd get the prelim. So we'll see how this goes, but I'll adjourn it to October 7th at 8:30. And the preliminary examination for October 14th at 1 o'clock. Now, Mr. Albor, are you still residing on North Main Street in Sturgis?
No, Judge, he's moved to a different address.
All right, there's a no contact provision?
That was an issue at arraignment, and so the magistrate was accommodating inside the bond conditions. They do have children together, so they're able to communicate that way. But yeah, it's probably better that he's since moved out.
All right, what town are you living in?
On something?
Let's talk about your bond conditions. All right, as a condition of your bond, you may work in Indiana. Otherwise, you can't leave the state. You're not to have contact with Desiree Espinal Albor, not to use or possess any firearms. You understand?
Yes.
All right, this matter is adjourned for further pre-exam next Tuesday at 8:30. All right, you're good to go.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Judge.
This is file number 251935. 251934 FY. Mr. Jared Lee Barker, that's you, sir?
Yes, sir.
You're charged with resisting and obstructing a police officer, 2 counts, Officer Kendall and Officer Britton, for the 3 Police Department, and domestic. Well, those 2 charges are felonies, punishable by up to 2 years in prison, a fine of up to $2,000. The other charge is a domestic assault upon Melissa K. Barker, your spouse. That's a misdemeanor, punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. It's called a domestic assault. I'm advised this will be a misdemeanor plea. What's the offer, Mr. Robert?
The offer is for the defendant to plead to 1 count of attempt RNO and 1 count of DP first.
Well, Mr. Barker, that changes the matter from felonies to misdemeanors. Attempting to resist or obstruct a police officer is a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to a year in jail and a fine of up to $1,000. No one generally gets a year in jail, but that is the maximum punishment. Domestic violence is a misdemeanor, punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. Now, you're not eligible for a deferral on that because you had one of these last year, a domestic assault that was made non-public. Now I made it public again. So if you do plead today, I'm going to want to get some more information. I want to talk to your probation agent and figure out what we should do here. So if you do enter a plea to these misdemeanors, I'm going to set it for sentencing on a day out a bit. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, let me ask you a couple of questions. Anybody threaten you to get you to plead to this charge
No,
or promise you anything?
no.
Do you understand that if you do plead to this charge, you'll be giving up your right to have a trial in front of a judge or jury? There will not be a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
If you had a trial, you'd have the right to be represented by an attorney. Mr. Truckee has been appointed to represent you. You could also hire an attorney of your own choosing if you wished. If you had a trial, you'd have the right to take the witness stand and testify on your own behalf. But you don't have to because you have a right not to testify. And if you did not wish to testify, the judge or jury could not hold your silence against you. And you have the right to be presumed innocent if and until the state was able to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You have a right to have any of the witnesses for or against you subpoenaed to come to court so they can be questioned under oath. All right, now this is a bit of a deja vu all over again, as I said earlier today. Last year in 2024, I remember the situation at your house on Millard Street with your wife and your mother-in-law, and alcohol was involved. Fireball, as I recall.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about this one.
I haven't drank since then.
Since January of last year?
Yep.
Well, that's a good thing to hear. You successfully completed your probation, which means you, if you were drinking, you didn't get caught. This is alleged to have occurred, as I said, on September 18th. Let's see what we can figure out. Are you living at Millard Court or 4th Ave?
No, I'm 1125 Millard Court. I've been there almost 6 years now.
All right. All right. So did you and your wife get into an argument again that day?
Yes, sir, we did. It was a financial issue. I had trusted in her to make the house payments. I had just found out that day that they were 5 months behind, and I had a certain amount of money, well, $5,200 that I had to come up with by Tuesday before 5 o'clock.
Or they were going to foreclose on your house?
Yeah, man. And I have struggled so hard between the problems with the ex-wife wanting it, my mother and my stepdad, and I've struggled. I've struggled to keep that home.
All right. So did you then put your hands on her?
No, literally I tossed a cigarette lighter on my dresser and started crying.
Said you pushed her against a wall.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant immediately when I found out. No, I had pretty much put her through it that day verbally. Can't believe you've done this. I am not, you're selling the car I bought you, you're selling the motorcycle I bought you, you're gonna regain this money. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not responsible for this money. So I pretty much put her through some things. I calmed down, had the vehicles both up for sale. She took our daughter to a friend's house, and can't really tell you what happened other than I started looking at the house outside and the pillars and my shrubs, and I keep a very nice home, and I just got mad again. So she came home, and when she came home, I told her, I said, there was a bunch of, I'm going to divorce you. I can't believe you did this again. So basically I brought it all back up again when I should have let it lie, let a sleeping dog lie. We'd been through it all day, you know what I mean? So she got upset, went in the bedroom to get her purse. I assumed probably going to leave, go somewhere. And I had her right here, and I was probably about this close. I was in her space, I wasn't this, but I was in her, there wasn't much between us. She said, you're, I don't remember, you're crowding me, you're too close, whatever. I called her a few choice words, and she felt she needed to get her space, so she bumped me out of the way. Some coffee that hadn't even been on for hours. It wasn't warm. I drink cold coffee most of the time anyway. Spilled. At that point, I flipped the glass. Rest of it went on her. She
Now,
shoved me.
Then at some point the police got there, and then it went downhill even more from there.
Yeah. Yeah.
You didn't want to get arrested.
No, but and I'll tell you what, excuse me, Judge Middleton, I have always cuffed up. I don't have any record of not cuffing up. I was in such a panic state after this happening, and in a panic state of having just a few days to come up with this amount of money to save my home, that in my psyche, I can't go. I can't leave right now. I have to get this money. I'm going to lose a $300,000 investment due to not knowing that their payments weren't being made. I was in extreme panic is all I can explain it, Your Honor. Excuse me. I didn't mean to call you that.
Okay, no offense taken.
Okay.
All right, so then you didn't want to get arrested. You sort of struggled with the cops, and they had to haul you out to the car.
Yes, sir.
All right. Had you been drinking? Oh, you told me you hadn't had a drink in a year.
I haven't had a drink since that first incident.
That's one piece of good news here.
And I plan on never returning to it.
Well, Daniel said nice things about you when you completed that other probation earlier.
Do you remember, Your Honor, when you told me, you said, I'm going to give you your probation, but I know you, 6 months, you can do this, and you can have those classes done, and you can have this all paid.
And you did it.
I know you can do it, Jared. And I did it.
Yes, you did.
I did it, and it's not a certificate you want to hang up next to your college certificate, but I got a certificate for doing well in that class.
And you did do it in 6 months.
And I did learn a lot too.
Oh, I just said something in there. Boy, where are we?
And you also told me, Your Honor, that wouldn't go on my permanent record if I could accomplish those
And
things.
it did. It's non-public. This one will be public, but that one is a non-public record.
Oh, crap.
Ross, are you available on Monday, November 3rd?
Whenever you need me.
At 10:30?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, you.
Me. Yeah.
Sorry,
My
Ross.
turn, Jared.
Sorry, Ross. Very suddenly.
I need victim input. So who's out of the house? You?
That would be me. I've been living with my sister and she dates my best friend, Mike McIntosh. And I've been living between Marcellus and Lawton, and I miss my home. You know, I am
All
about
right,
my
well,
house.
we can deal with it on November 3rd, but I can't really set it before that because I have all of my slots filled. So I need victim input, police report, Daniel Frey Zine input.
Daniel's who I was with last time is wasn't it?
Yeah, he said good things about you, as I said. Your lawyer will give you a better notice than this, but that will be Monday, November 3rd, 2025 at 10:30 courtroom C for sentencing. All right, Mr. Barker, I don't think I will have any other problems. I'm glad to hear you stopped drinking. But you were in a state of rage at this point, and now all the things you didn't want to happen are happening.
Yeah.
But you're good to go, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank
All right,
you,
thank
Your
you.
Honor. I appreciate you.
Ross, if we got people that are in jail, we need to deal with them so they can do lunch. Or you gonna just need to go out to the jail and see
Yeah,
them?
I just need to go out there.
All right, well, what else have we got to do
Mr.
here?
Bovee is here and he's gonna tell me what he wants.
All right, Mr. Barker, I'll see you in November.
Thank you, Judge Goodson.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Bovee, would you come forward? Good morning, sir. Are you Ethan Chappelle Bovee?
Yes.
Mr. Bovee, you got charged with unlawful imprisonment and domestic assault. Unlawful imprisonment is a felony. It's punishable by up to 15 years in prison. It's alleged that you did secretly confine Jacqueline Holmer. I think that's wrong. Should it be Holman or is it Holmer?
Whatever you want it to be, Your Honor.
I think it's Homer. She's
Holmer, all right.
not from around.
Okay. Because there is a Jackie Holman. But all right. Anyway, the second count is domestic assault, 93-day misdemeanor. Let's look at the final charging document. And those were the same charges, 2 counts of domestic violence. Your lawyer, Mr. Truckee, is here as well as prosecutor Joshua Robert. Mr. Robert, what's the plea offer here?
The offer is for the defendant to plead to 2 counts of domestic violence first offense.
That means the felony charge would get dismissed and you'd be charged with 2 counts of domestic assault, which is assault and battery upon someone you have a relationship with. Those are misdemeanors punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You're going to plead to that? The misdemeanors?
Yes.
And Mr. Bovee, if you're unsure, I don't want you to plead to something and then.
Yeah, I know.
All right, I went through the advice of rights while you were in here. Do you understand that if you do plea to these charges, you'll be giving up your right to have a trial and all the rights that go with it? You understand?
Yes, sir.
Now, I'm not going to sentence you today because I don't have enough information. I don't know much about you. I know some Bovies. I don't think you and I have met. Who are your folks?
Richard.
All right, I met him over the years. He was a landlord for a while.
Yes, sir.
All right. Anybody threaten you to get you to plead to this?
No.
Promise you anything?
No.
All right. Were you in a relationship or dating this Jacqueline Holmer?
Yes.
Where did you guys live?
I lived at my parents' house. She lives an hour away.
All right. Did she come down
Yes.
to your house, your mom and dad's house?
Yes, sir.
And that would have been in August of this year?
September.
All right,
Yeah,
well,
I
she
think-
came back in August and then in September, she wanted to leave and you didn't want her to leave. Is that true?
No,
Well, it says here, Homer was seen with several healing bruises on her chest and arm and said Mr. Bovee had been pressing his finger into her chest when he was arguing with her, causing it to become bruised. Did that happen? Did you like poke her in the chest?
No.
All right, then it says you grabbed her by arms and squeezed her arms and pushed her onto the bed where her head hit the wall. Did that happen?
I remember grabbing her by the shoulders, but not pinning her to a bed.
All right, but did you push her down on the bed? All right, then she says there was a date that he slapped her in the face. And you told the police at one point you did grab her by both arms, may have pinned her to the bed, but wasn't sure. He stated during my interview he was aware that Homer was attempting to leave his house and he was trying to convince her to stay. He further stated he had grabbed her when she attempted to leave, preventing her from leaving the house. So there's an incident where you pushed her near the bed, and then another incident where she tried to leave and you tried to hold on to her. Do you acknowledge that?
Sorry,
Do you acknowledge that?
that
That she tried to leave and you held on to her to try to keep her from leaving?
once, I acknowledge that.
All right. So we have two incidents. Now, she didn't live there, so she's not there, and you're back at your parents' house? Do you have children together?
No,
And you're not dating anymore?
yes,
That's yes, in the sense that the
Well, yeah, they're
relationship.
not dating. What do you do, Mr. Bovee?
currently,
Yeah,
work,
where do you work?
for, just for certain people. I work for different people doing odd jobs and stuff.
All right.
But
What kind of work did she do?
I have no idea. I don't think she did.
She'd been a college student at one point.
All right, what town is she from?
Cologne.
Well, obviously, I need victim input and more information. The police report, photos. Mr. Truckee, let's set this for that same date, November 3rd at 10:30. I think we can do both those in a half an hour. Mr. Bovee, I don't know much about this. I'm gonna get the police report, take a look at pictures. You gave me a pretty watered down version. We'll see whether she has any input. And then determine what we're gonna do. So I'll see you on November 3rd at 10:30. I'm gonna give you a notice. We'll probably get another one. What other kind of jobs have you had?
I've worked for FedEx, a company called Leaders RPM. I've worked for Meyer. I've worked for H&H Farms.
All right, so you've had jobs for wages and
Yes, sir.
Monday, November 3rd. All right, Mr. Bovee, you're good to go. No contact with a complaining witness, and don't get in any more trouble till we sort this all out.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
Right.
So let's talk about our failed to appears. Landon Edward Clay, resisting instructing, Frank Jones Road, Three Rivers, 10,000 cash or surety bond. Did you ever have any contact with him?
No, Your Honor. The only thing I can add, I believe the venue in the charge was at a assisted living of some sort. So
Okay.
I don't know if he's impaired or relies on others for that kind of thing.
It was somebody posted a $10,000 surety bond. Please do bench warrant. I do notice a bond forfeiture. That used to mean something. The bonding company would go roust him out. and bench warrant on $10,000 cash or surety, 48-hour hold. There is no phone number or anything. Let's see what I got. Well, all right, he needs to be here, 48-hour hold. We'll tell his bonding company it didn't appear, maybe they'll go roust him up. Somebody posted his bond, but he never contacted his lawyer. Christopher Marshall, Texel Drive, Kalamazoo. He's charged with possession of methamphetamine, carrying concealed weapon, and felony firearm. Posted a $5,000 cash or surety bond. He's also failed to appear, and you've had no contact with him?
None.
I have a phone number that ends in 9182. Did you able to reach him there?
I don't, let me see if I've received anything. Sure, if I placed an outgoing.
Good morning. This is Judge Middleton calling for Christopher David Marshall.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Marshall, you have a preliminary examination conference in my court at 9 o'clock this morning, and you're not here. About to issue a bench warrant for your arrest. You haven't contacted your lawyer, and you haven't appeared for your hearing.
I apologize, sir. My paperwork said the 7th, I believe. And I had just gotten my phone turned back on as of this morning.
Your paperwork says today, so I suggest you immediately call your lawyer, Mr. Ross Truckee.
Okay, I can do that.
All right, you have 48 hours to present yourself at the court. Your paperwork says today. There's a prelim, which could be on the 7th, but your hearing is today, and you're directed to call your lawyer, not just show up for court and expect him to work a miracle. You need to call your lawyer, or I'm going to revoke your surety bond and set your bond at about $25,000. So do you have your paperwork with your lawyer's name and number on it?
Sir, I was not given anything other than what the bail bondsman gave me getting out of jail.
I'll call him on the number on the.
He's going to call you later this morning. All right.
All right, I appreciate it.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Well, I woke him up, but at least he's there.
It's the first time I've ever seen one answer one of your calls.
Yeah, I said they're done by a random number generator. Bench warrant bond, 10,000 cash or surety, 48-hour hold. I'm sure he got, I'm just wanting to look and see what kind of notice he got. Doesn't really sound like he's on the run. It just doesn't sound like he knows what's going on. That's often the case with methamphetamine defendants. Pre-trial release order. Pre-exam conference, 9:30, 25 at 8:30. Quick bail bonds, 9:30 and 10:07. So he got notice. He also has your information, no drugs, alcohol, or weapons, and need to get up before 11 o'clock in the morning.